Ishwaranji, there's one question Jyoti Kumari has asked, the true meaning of forgiveness. But I think you've explained quite a bit. So is there anything you would like to?
Yeah, I think we
No,
have explained. Is there anything particular wanted to ask? We can take
no,
up.
sir, that was not a question. That was not a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So the other question is actually from me, is that forgiveness is for an act that my mental makeup thinks is wrong. And that is judgment, right?
Yes.
It may not be the other person's mental makeup. So basically, we have to stay unaffected and not get hurt at all.
No, the other person's action doesn't come and touch me at all.
Doesn't touch me. Okay.
Doesn't touch my inner personality.
Okay.
Or else we have to go back and say somebody else can give me happiness also.
Okay.
If somebody can give happiness to me, they can retrieve happiness from me. Then somebody else can give freedom to me, they can withdraw freedom for me. If they can give sorrow to me, agitation to me, they can take agitation also. See, now, but none of us will accept the fact that happiness can be given by somebody. External world will not give happiness. We discuss no.
Right.
If the world cannot give happiness, it goes without saying the world cannot give you sorrow also, misery also. But that we cannot accept. We say, this is okay, Ishwaran, but I do get affected, Ishwaran. This is where it's so difficult to digest.
We like to play the victim game, I think.
Yeah, I feel, better. And it's a very, very, very dangerous one in the victim game. The problem is, the moment I feel that I am a victim, there has to be a villain. Without a villain, victim is not possible. So who is the villain? My wife will become a villain, my husband will become a villain, my neighbor will become a villain, this one will become a villain. Someone or the other in the world has to be depicted as a villain. The moment I see them as a villain, after that, only consequence of that is what? Villain needs to be punished. A hero can come and forgive, but not the victim. Victims will not do it. The victim is not possible. That's the danger. That is why Vedanta says, recognize this truth of life first. What is it, sir? Others' actions has no relevance to my state of being. It cannot touch me. Once it cannot touch me, after that, who am I to decide what is he doing the right thing or is doing the wrong thing? That is none of my concern. This is, remember, this is religion. We are discussing philosophy here. We are discussing spirituality here. We are not discussing social. In sociology, the whole thing will be different. In politics, the whole thing will be different. Now, policeman can't take that same stand and say, I forgive people. Imagine in the court, judge were to take a stand. All the people come there. That's why Christ is not fit to become a king. That's why in our tradition, they say, Brahmins are not fit for top position. They're not fit. They're excellent number 2. They cannot be number 1. It is not possible. That is a Kshatriya Dharma. Raja Dharma is very different. Sannyasa Dharma is very different. This stands all very, very distinct and different. So in the discussion of the context of us, or in my context, when I discuss only from this angle. Social, we will discuss after the class, I tell people. Social means call me after the class. You can discuss. But here, what is it, sir? Here we discuss only spiritual. When you say spiritual, what is it? Religion means what? Philosophy is what, sir? Who am I to decide what is the course of action the other person should take? And I see the sympathetic outlook. That's all. What? I am helplessly expressing my nature. He is helplessly expressing his nature. What is the problem? This understanding, when it expresses in relationship, that expresses as forgiveness in a context.
There's another question.
Yeah.
Ishwaranji, shall I read it out?
Yeah, I'm just seeing that.
Okay.
If someone has immensely wronged you and has no remorse or realization of it, then what to do? Forgive them. That is the way they will realize. There is no other way. That's the power of this forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for you. First, we have to understand this. You can take that stand that I can forgive the other person only after you say, whatever they do doesn't touch me. My state of balance. I am fully balanced. That is why Christ will not get affected, no matter what you do to him. The disciples were praising Christ to the sky. The same disciples deserted him also, rejected him also. And there are two scenes in Bible, I say, extraordinary. No, even nowhere near, we have got that sort of a scene. Nowhere in the Upanishads or Puranas we have a scene like that. One is this, act, the scene of, Mary Magdalene. Another one is the Last Supper. Peter goes and tells, he says, before the morning, the cock crowing, you will reject me thrice. He knew that. That's the best part. Christ knew fully well that these fellows are going to be rejecting him. We think only Judas did. No. All the disciples rejected. Only two people were standing next to Christ. Mother and this lady Mary Magdalene. That is why we say female disciples are better. Maybe that's why today most of the Swamis have only female disciples. These guys will run away. The moment they see a trouble, they run away. And he knew that actually, still he's, the teacher, master washing the feet of the disciple. Can you believe? If you understand the dynamics, if you get a chance, we'll discuss that, in some other class. This relationship between a guru and a shishya. Oh, so beautiful it is. The height is disciple washing the feet of the master is correct. In the Last Supper, all the 12 disciples should have washed Christ's feet. Correct. Logical. Makes sense. Strangely, knowing fully well that these people are going to be rejecting him, he goes and washes their feet. Oh, see what that man must be. Avatara Purusha only. You can't get such, beings. Blessed is humanity to have had a taste of such beings, tasted such beings. It's unbelievable. See, this forgiveness, you understand how, sir. You don't bother. That doesn't mean I am going to forgive you so that you will realize. That's where your ego will take a backdoor entry. That's what I said. See, the backdoor entry will be what? Now, I told you, you are not realizing. I shouted at you, you are not realizing. I attended Ishwaran's lecture where he said what? Forgiveness should be. Now what you are going to do? I forgive you so that you will realize. First qualification for you to forgiveness itself is what? You start defending the other person's action. What is wrong in that? That's what we say. It's a sympathetic understanding of the helplessness of the other person. Now, how is it possible for you to feel that they are not doing this, they are not doing nothing of that will happen to you? You see, it's an understanding, it's growth. How does a weak forgive the strong? Not possible. Next question. Very interesting question. How does a weak person forgive a strong person? It is not possible for a weak person to forgive. Doesn't matter another person is strong or weak. Only a strong man of character. Your character is defined by what? Your character is defined by your understanding, recognition and realization. Understanding of what? Understanding of the laws of life. The law of life is what? You express your vasanas helplessly. Nature will manifest. That's it. Now he doesn't bother. That's a strong person. Now, a weak one cannot. If a weak attempts to forgive a strong one, it is a mental reconciliation. It's a passive reconciliation to the fact that I cannot fight. Like Mullah Nazruddin was walking and he dashed in that, he didn't register with whom he is dashed. Yeah, dashed and the fellow looked up. You better watch where you are going, man. He was about to hit him. He turned around and he saw that is Muhammad Ali. He said, oh, you are the one. He said, did you do it purposefully or by mistake? And that fellow said, I did it purposefully. Now what? That's okay then. He goes away. I forgive you, he says. Now that you have told me purposefully, because I don't like people doing things without any purpose. Justification. A weakness. That is not, forgiveness, please. It actually happened, in the, have few minutes. It's actually happened in the life of, Muhammad Ali. One day he was walking, in that mall. One fellow dashed against Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali, apologized. I'm sorry. This man got so annoyed and shouted at him, back. 5 feet 4 inches height. This guy. Okay. He shouting at him, saying, you better watch where you are going, man. Stupid. And some, media fellow saw that and clicked and taken a picture. And he has posted it the next day. And the fellow saw that in the paper, he had a heart attack. That yesterday, the man with whom I was fighting is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, not now. Muhammad Ali, when he was in his youth. Today's Muhammad Ali, even I can fight. I don't have a problem. Muhammad Ali at this time, he says, what all that Muhammad Ali has to do is what? Excuse me, my name is Muhammad Ali, he has to say. That's all. Fellow didn't even register. You see, that weak fellow saying, I'm going to forgive a strong is more of a joke than truth. It doesn't work like that. You need a tremendous strength of character. You need tremendous strength of wisdom for you to forgive. And forgiveness is not a conscious action. You choose to. No. Forgiveness happens. It's automatic. That's what, Mark Twain says. As the foot crushes it, the flower is not saying he's crushing it. It's a very wrong thing. But anyway, let me spread my. No. It just helplessly, it gives its fragrance. You see, that's the beauty of forgiveness. So forgiveness is not something you choose. You reach to such a height of understanding, helplessly you will be forgiving people. Doesn't matter what they are doing. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't matter how big or how small their actions are. We don't care. Oh, big deal. Oh, what? He has that weakness, you have this weakness. Full stop. He will say what? That fellow has kidney failure, you are liver failure. That's all. What difference does it make? How does a weak forgive a strong? Not possible.
Any more questions? Anybody would like to ask directly any question? I think
Too much.
we've done. Yes, we were plenty on the subject, but it was very nice. And something that really struck me and I noted down is that quality of one's evolution is when you see a wrong action, you don't judge and you don't correct. And you don't make the effort also of forgiveness, like you said. You don't. It just automatically happens.
Correct.
And thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Wonderful session as usual. Thank you so much, Ishwaranji.
Thank you.
For everybody that's here, we have very interesting programs coming up next week. We have Dr. Sangeeta Balaprakash, who's an Ayurvedic doctor from and lives in Sweden. And she's going to talk to us about Ayurveda, wellness, food, sleep, and lifestyle. And this she's going to do over 3 sessions because there's plenty to talk about here. And if you want to get a good understanding of Ayurveda, you want to understand your own, physical, your physical makeup, then please be there for all the 3 sessions because you're going to get a complete understanding of Ayurveda. So that happens on Tuesday, the 16th. And then that's Tuesday, 16th. And then we'll follow it up with 2 more sessions. One will be on the 23rd and the third one will be on the 30th. And on 16th, that's on 16th. On Friday, 19th, we have Sri Krishnapani Kesi Raju, who's going to be talking to us on a very interesting subject, details of which we will be posting later. So we look forward to seeing you on the 16th of June at 7 p.m. to meet with Dr. Sangeeta Balaprakash. And thank you so much for your participation today from all of us at Rtambhara. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you.
Thank you.